All right, it's time for another edition of DIY Marketing Success, and this intensive is on Legit SEO. Over the past year and a half, people have been getting kicked to death by the Penguin update, the Panda update. A few years ago, there was the Google slap, and so more than ever, people are confused and wondering, how in the world can I dominate Google and other search engines? How is that even possible? So it's time to end organic ranking schizophrenia. Always chasing the next idea, the next concept. You guys know that Carrie, Wilkerson, and I are all about doing things that are stable and long-term. And if there's anything that's been unstable, anything that's been short-term, it's trying to game the system and trying to figure out how to get search engine rankings without doing it the best way. Well, in this 3-hour instructional intensive, we're going to give you everything that you need to know for untouchable rankings. Here's exactly what we're going to be covering. So, Legit SEO, the S is for search. We're going to share with you what Google wants, how their algorithm is shifting. This is so critical. The search engine game, infrastructure, etc., is changing, and it's going to be changing for good. And I mean that in two ways, forever and for the positive. And we'll share with you exactly how that's going to impact you and what you can do to align yourself with it. The new definition of keywords no longer are straight keywords, keyword phrases, all that's important. You know, back in the old days, you could put a keyword phrase in and it pretty much guaranteed that you were going to get ranked for that particular keyword phrase. Well, all of that is changing. We want to show you how that's working nowadays and how to choose your keywords effectively. What are your competitors doing? What keywords are they focusing on? We'll show you how to figure that out and how to understand the information that you gain. 3 anchors of the new rules of SEO. If you don't do these 3 things, you're not going to have long-term rankings. And in fact, you could actually get disqualified all the way around. You could actually get your pages de-indexed and possibly your site excluded from Google. And we're going to share how gaming the system will get you disqualified. Things that you must not do. And I talk to people all the time who are doing these. They think that it's legit. They think it's legal. They think it's okay. And they keep doing it. And they're losing their rankings like crazy. And they're scratching their head. You won't have to worry about that any longer. The E in SEO is obviously engine. We'll show you how to select your keywords, your keyword phrases, and do it right. Legit backlinking and how to go pro. Backlinking is still critical. You still have to have it, but you must do it correctly. The old days of these blog farms and mass backlink generation on autopilot, it's gone. It is gone. It will get you DQ'd in a heartbeat. We'll show you how to do it right. Your link will design and deployment. What to do every time you create new content. And you guys know that I am not into doing a massive amount of things. I believe in doing a handful of things right. So with your link wheel, this is going to help you get your rankings, and it's going to be a handful of things that you need to do every single time you post that new article or that new MP3 or that new video to make sure that you are elevating your rankings and that you're positioning yourself correctly for your market. Also, we're going to share an ignored way to determine your best chance to increase your rankings. I don't really hear anybody talking about this. It's so simple, it's so easy, and it's going to give you the opportunity to get your information, your content out in areas that you're probably not considering and not thinking about. It's almost embarrassing how easy it is to determine this, and we'll reveal it live this Friday. The O in SEO is optimization. Pages you must have on your site. There are 5 pages that are critical that Google is looking for. Top SEO plugins and themes. Obviously, a lot of you are using WordPress. I use WordPress like crazy, but it doesn't automatically mean that you're going to get good rankings and you got everything set up right. So I'm going to share the top SEO plugins, free and some that are paid, and also themes that are going to help you with your search engine optimization and your rankings. How to create landing pages that Google likes. I think everybody knows by now that Google hates squeeze pages, whether that's from an SEO perspective or from a paid advertisement perspective. But there's a couple of little things you can do to create a squeeze page that Google will accept. Optimizing on-site articles. There's 8 elements that you should be including in your articles to make sure that you are getting higher rankings and you're covering all of the SEO bases. We'll go step by step through a live article so you can see exactly what these 8 elements are. Decreasing your bounce rate. What's that? It's how long people stay on your site. And if they don't stay long, or if they just hit a page and leave, it's called your bounce rate. Well, the more you can decrease that, the longer you can keep people on your site, the better ranking you are going to get. And then we also have a bonus, and this is an advanced module, and this will take place after our live training. Getting your pick in the results. Have you ever typed in a word and you notice over there in all of the organic listings, there are just static sites that are listed, and then there's somebody with their photo right there? How do you get your photo there? We'll show you how. Coming back from the dead. What happens if you've been delisted and you went from, say, ranked number 10 to number 1,000? How do you come back from the dead? We're going to show you how. Buffer site leverage. And we're going to explain what a buffer site is, or buffer sites, and how you use those to your advantage to protect yourself from getting de-indexed. This is especially important if you're trying out a new SEO strategy and you're not sure how it's going to affect you. Outbound link strategies. It is important that we're linking to other sites, but you have to do it right. Just any old outbound link is not going to do it for you. You've got to make sure that you're following Google's rules. And then the time machine, keeping people on your site. How do you keep people longer on your site? I'm going to give you a handful of strategies that's going to help you keep people there. Now, our live event is going to be this Friday, August the 10th, from 9 a.m. to noon Central Standard Time. Now, right after the event, the replay is going to be available, and you'll be able to access that from here on out. But if you want to attend live, then that is the time to do it. We're going to be using our Adobe Connect platform as always. So you're able to ask all the questions that you want to. You see the little chat box over there to the side. That'll be kicking in the whole time. So any of you who have been with us before, you know how that works. If you're new, this is a live web event. We record each section, and each section is available immediately after the training is done. So there's no delay. You don't have to wait till sometime next week in order to get the training. So it's 3 hours, and as you guys know that have been with us before, Carrie and I tend to go overboard, and it's always been more than 3 hours, but we're guaranteeing 3 hours of an intense SEO instruction, your questions answered live, replay available immediately afterwards, at least this advanced training, but I've got a couple of other bonuses I'm working on right now that I'll announce a little bit later, but as always, this is going to be killer content. And as always, if you order before noon Central Time this Friday, it's only $97. After that, it goes to $147. So make sure that you order right now, reserve your seat, get the replay forever. Finally, figure out SEO, everything you'll ever need to know, and it's all legit, all 100% above board, all what Google loves. We'll see you at the live event if you're able to make it this Friday. Reserve your seat right now. Click the button right under this video. We look forward to helping you with your SEO. DIY marketing success. Paul Evans, Carrie Wilkerson, online business training that you can do yourself because it's just that easy.